Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hide the kids and pop the top on a cold one. Coming to you from the Riverbank studio in Nitro, West Virginia, please welcome the inebriated cast of Section 304.
Welcome into the Section 304 podcast, joined by Durrett and Mr. Yost.
What's up?
Mountaineers had a bye week, but there was plenty of college football action. Which games did you guys watch?
Man, I tell you, I watched everything from noon till the last game.
Did you have a multi-TV setup?
No, we just kept flipping around.
I mean, the day started off with the Red River rivalry.
Yeah, say that 10 times fast.
Pretty hard to say. That was a pretty crazy game. What'd you guys think of that?
I took Texas.
Told you not to, man.
They blew it.
They did blow it.
And Oklahoma tried to give them the game numerous times. How about old Peckerwood Spencer Rattler getting benched there for a little bit? I loved it.
It worked.
It did work.
He looked good in the second half. From what I saw, I had to leave and miss a good chunk of the second half, but he looked dialed in later in the game. He made some really good throws.
He made a big ballsy throw.
The one across did you see the one across his body? That was incredible.
Yeah, he made a ballsy throw there to I believe it was to put it into the second overtime. I think is when he made that throw into the corner, and he put it on a fucking rope.
Yeah.
But that kid, they said the second half, he just stopped trying to freelance and ran the plays. I think they toned him down and toned that playbook down a lot. But to blow a 21-point lead is it's embarrassing.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think college football is very good this year, by the way. I tried to watch
Agreed.
a lot of it yesterday. It doesn't hold my attention. I don't know if it's lack of fans, lack of an atmosphere, or just the game itself is that bad. But that Alabama-Ole Miss game was like a fucking track race.
Well, the other two Big 12 games, you had Kansas State beat TCU, and then Iowa State beat Texas Tech, correct?
Stomped Texas Tech.
So those two teams, Iowa State and Kansas State, are undefeated in the league.
Yeah.
Texas and Oklahoma both have 2 losses.
Yep.
And, we're in the middle with Baylor and whoever else. I tell you what, I would not count either Texas or Oklahoma out of playing for the championship.
Well, I mean, you can't yet.
Because
the Big 12 is not good.
No, it's not. I think the two teams in the title game might both be like 7-3.
You know what's going to happen, right?
3 SEC teams in Ohio State.
Nationally, you know what's going to happen. What? Ohio State's going to be moved to number 1 or number 2. Ohio State's going to come in the first week they play. They're going to be ranked 2. They're going to decimate somebody.
I disagree. They'll be 3 behind whoever wins the game on Saturday.
No, they're going to decimate somebody, and then they're going to look fucking really good, beat the brakes off some fucking scrub team, and then they're going to jump Bama and be 1, and then you're going to hear Saban cry and bitch and complain.
He's already doing that.
And Ohio State's going to stay 1 and be in the fucking driver's seat, and everybody's going to be so upset and so disgusted by it. And it's going to be a fucking train wreck, and it's going to make it even that much more unwatchable.
And you'll have Ohio State, Clemson, and then 2 SEC teams.
I don't know about that, man. The SEC does not look very good.
It's the SEC.
Georgia looks pretty good.
We'll see next week who wins that game. Georgia has the best defense. Alabama does not have a defense. LSU does not have a defense. Florida does not have a defense.
LSU sucks.
LSU, yeah, that's true.
Don't even bring them up.
they're out.
But
You're right.
to no fault of their own, they lost everybody.
Right.
Everybody
went to the pros.
Right.
Everybody.
I mean, they're
everyone
really
who could,
rebuilding.
Yeah, everyone who could stay opted to not play this season. Wisely enough, Jamar Chase. I mean, you tell me that offense would be probably a damn sight better with Jamar Chase than what it is right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they're not good. So there's no reason to talk about anybody in the SEC other than Georgia and Bama. Bottom line.
I tell you what, Bama's going to lose some games this year.
Bama should have lost last night, honestly.
But you go through that with them every year. They have
giving up damn near 700 yards.
Well,
that doesn't happen.
Well,
in Ole Miss, they have a couple nice players. I thought the quarterback was really good.
Quarterback was good. They had a couple good receivers.
The tight end, and other than that, like their line, I heard Todd McShay after the game. He was like, both their fronts are awful. Like Alabama should not have given up nearly this many yards.
Well, no, I mean a typical Alabama team wouldn't either. I mean there was well over 1,000 yards of total offense in that game.
That's probably like a 2 or 3 game stretch for a normal Alabama team, and that's probably even pushing it to say they gave up that much in 3 games with that D that they've had sometimes.
It was mind blowing. I didn't see that happening. I thought they would pace Ole Miss.
You missed the Pac-12 and not like 10:30 kick yet.
I miss falling asleep in my recliner to the Pac-12 on Saturday night.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were playing or not playing.
After that Alabama game. I was like, all right, time to turn on the
snooze fest.
Yeah, the Colorado USC game no one cares about,
right?
And there was nothing else on.
With your third-tier announcers that really don't want to be there either.
Yeah. What'd you all think of the Clemson-Miami game?
I really thought I honestly thought that Miami would do a little bit better than what they did.
I did too, but pretty early on in that game, you were like, Miami doesn't have anything for Clemson. Like, this is not even talent-wise, this isn't even close.
Forced some turnovers and started to Derek King showed, his talent. The bad part is I'm thinking that's really all Miami really has.
Mm-hmm. Ohio State show pending. Clemson's got a fucking cakewalk to this. It's easy.
To the championship or just to the playoff?
To the championship.
I'll be curious to see the Alabama-Georgia game next week. We'll see if Alabama sort of rights the ship on defense, if they can.
Georgia doesn't have his hand signals that he hasn't changed in 4 years. So, something's got to be different, right?
What a crybaby.
He really is a fucking
He's a crybaby.
I mean,
how long's Kiffin been gone? 3 years?
3 years.
3 or 4. Well, I think
how much money does he make?
They booted him before the. Remember, they booted him before the playoffs.
Oh, that's right.
Said it was his choice, which
because he took that job. And
came out that's all false. I love the fact that he
took the Florida Atlantic
Saban
job.
Shit, he's been dropping that rat poison bullshit ever since Saban said the media feeding his players all this about him was rat poison, and Kiffin drops that every chance he gets. I hope the rumors are true about Kiffin and Saban's daughter. I hope that's real.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Kiffin, I'll tell you, Kiffin blows Saban up on Twitter.
Yeah, all the
just
time.
Out of the blue, it would just be a.
Well, he said they said that Nick Saban is that dude who has a phone and just never returns your text.
Yeah.
They said that I saw this story about the two of them, and they said that Kiffin regularly keeps in contact, but he said it's all one-sided.
Yeah, he says he blows up his phone.
Yeah, he'll text him and he'll never hear anything back.
I bet you Saban doesn't return anybody's texts.
That's what they say. They say that
that's
he
what
just
they
doesn't return. He just doesn't answer anyone's text messages or anything.
Did you all watch the Bill Belichick Saban thing on HBO?
No.
Yes, I did.
What the funniest part of that to me was, they coached together. They've been really tight for 35, 40 years, because Belichick coached with Saban's dad, and they've known each other anyway. They get together, and Belichick's like, "Give us a few minutes. Turn the cameras off." Guy doesn't turn the camera off, and you think they're going to talk about their families and shit. No, they start scheming together.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do here? What'd you do here? But
they're weird, dude.
They're weird. Yeah,
they are weird.
It's wired very differently.
Very different.
It's just it is what it is. But I just think it's pre-decided that it's going to be the Big 12 is bad, we're not getting anybody in. Even the winner of the championship game's not getting the playoff bid.
This year, it didn't matter if someone in the Big 12 went undefeated.
I'll tell you who the 4 are going to be. Clemson.
We already did.
Clemson, the winner of the Georgia-Alabama game, Ohio State, and
Cincinnati.
Notre Dame.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Yes. Notre Dame will lose one game. That game will be to Clemson, and they will get in the playoff.
No.
Okay.
No.
Are they eligible to play in the ACC championship?
Yes. This year only.
That might be a monkey wrench, though, because they would have to play Clemson twice.
Right.
Yep. Notre Dame ain't getting in. Go ahead. Alabama and Georgia, dude. Just say it.
You want to triple down? You want to triple down on this stake
On
bet?
the stake bet?
You'll feel better.
SEC teams won't get to.
You're going to
won't
feel
get to
better.
They'll get 2.
You're going to feel better if you just accept it now.
When's the Garrett Green bet run out?
After Game 5.
So after the Texas Tech game. If he does not start against Texas Tech, I win, right?
Texas Tech.
Tech's 4 games.
Yeah.
No, we're 2-1. We play Kansas. Then if he doesn't start against Texas Tech, I would win, right? Or would it have to be the following game?
The following game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still going to win, but
Well, I don't. We'll see.
Wrong.
We'll see.
Anything coming out from Morgantown? I haven't heard anything
Man,
this week.
it's been pretty quiet. Even Brown's press conference has been pretty quiet. More so of, we're working on this. We got this to figure out. Hey, we did get that big lineman from, was it Virginia?
He's eligible.
He's eligible.
He's eligible.
Is he going to play?
Yes. Brown said that things are already in the works, which my question is, does in the works mean this guy's coming in and starting?
He's a tackle, correct?
Yes.
I don't see
I
why
would.
not.
I mean,
no
I'd
one's
throw
won
him
the
in.
job. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I'd look at him coming into Kansas saying, hey,
He's
you're
got to be in
eligible, let's
shape,
go.
right?
Yeah, he's been practicing.
Okay.
He's been practicing doing all that. It's just he hadn't had the letter and the whole.
Why does the NCAA got to fuck around and wait like this?
I don't know.
You've had the letter on your desk since when, and you've not really been that busy because everything's been fucking shut since March. What are you doing? Tournament was canceled. You're not fucking with that. Baseball's canceled. You're not fucking with that. I would think
Football
you could
delayed.
go through and figure out whether these kids are eligible transfer-wise or not. But, of course, the NCAA doing its best, dragging its fucking feet along, delaying everything like they always do.
They got to feel important.
It fucking sucks, dude. The NCAA reminds me of some people we know. Just have to feel important, have to feel like they're in charge of something. It's just such bullshit, man. Like you have
They
to.
kind of are in charge.
You have to let your importance be known. You
Are
have
they?
to put your title on everything.
Are they in charge?
They're in charge
Because
until it's
they get told what to do by-
Because the conferences just proved
That they're
who's
not
in
you're-
charge.
That's a good point. I think they learned that they're not in charge. Maybe you're right.
Just dragging the fuck along. Just get out of your own way sometimes. You've had so long to clear these guys. Why has he got to miss 3 games? And I know it's a free year, but still.
But still,
How many other
a
transfers
transfer.
do we have?
Well,
Did they all get
Fields-
cleared?
Fields, Messidor.
No, Messidor's a freshman.
I thought he transferred in.
No.
Transferred in. Oh fuck.
That guy's a true freshman. Enjoy 4 more years of him.
Who's the cat we got from
he's a linebacker from Arizona.
Fields?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's who okay.
Isn't there a receiver from Middle Tennessee State?
Yeah, I think he got cleared too.
And then there's a safety from Arizona, right? That's probably
That
who
was
you're- there's a
Adai was a transfer.
I think
we had a safety from Arizona
Yeah.
too. Because
there might be another kid too, but I don't.
That's why I was thinking Messidor was the linebacker down lineman that came from Arizona. I had read that, so I got some shit mixed up in my thoughts. But
I'm thinking it's
yeah, I don't know who it is. It's not important. But where the fuck has speaking of transfers, where's Sean Ryan been this year?
man sitting on the bench.
I mean,
Like honestly, I mean, I don't think he's even seen the
he
He
field.
had a couple catches against EKU, but
he was a starter last year, and then this year he's not getting any turn at all.
did he play last year? I don't even
Yeah,
remember
he
him.
played last year.
Fields and Adai. It was Fields and Adai, the two from Arizona.
Okay.
No, Adai's from New Hampshire, isn't he?
No, Adai recruited.
No, Alonzo Adai. The safety.
Sorry, Scotty Young.
Okay.
Scotty Young was the safety recruited by a guy. He was recruited by a guy from Vegas.
There you go.
Pretty confusing.
But yeah, Sean Ryan played last year. He started at like one of the outside positions. He played a lot. He's not getting any fucking run this year.
No.
I mean, not that it matters. Our quarterback's not going to hit him. I mean, so.
Well, he might hit him too, but it's not going to be a good ball.
Yeah, it'd be behind him and be a hang him out type situation across the middle. Make him go full extension on the arms to leave them ribs wide open to get him blasted.
Would he?
He's a big guy.
Ryan's
He's a big fucker.
guy.
He's a big fucker. I mean, he's like 6'3", 6'4".
Inside receiver though.
Nah,
No,
Or
he's
outside.
He's outside. He's an outside receiver. But I was
I was
looking
gonna
through
say
some
Reese
shit the other
Smith might
day
have
and
taken
saw
it.
some highlights in practice of him, and it's like, well, where the fuck?
Maybe
Where's he
him.
been? I'd forgotten about him because when Sam James came on, everybody kind of just moved to wanting to see Sam James and thought Sam James was the future. I'm not sold on that guy.
He had a good freshman breakout season. Now he's
Bottom
getting
line, I'm
the.
not sold on him.
He had a lot of drops last year, though.
He did.
He had a lot of drops this year.
Yeah. We're looking for someone to step up and become the go-to guy because I don't see one. I mean, you have guys that make plays here and there, but
See flashes of it with
Right.
some people, but yeah, there's not a consistent like a Tavon or a Stedman.
So far, the only consistent's been
Letty Brown.
Laughlin and Banks and Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, Letty Brown's a bad dude. Letty's a beast. How many yards y'all think he goes off for against Kansas?
150.
Ooh, 150. I like
150.
it.
How
150.
many
How many
catches?
scores?
he'll have 3 or 4 catches.
I was
going to
say 4 catches for 75 yards.
So you're giving him over 200 total low?
Yeah, absolutely.
3 TDs?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll go through it.
Can we score 3 TDs
Yeah,
he
we
can.
against
Rest of our
Kansas?
offense can. He can. Daggy will throw for 1.
How many picks?
7.
2. He'll throw 2 picks.
You think he'll throw 2 picks and 1
Yeah,
fumble?
he'll throw 2 picks. He'll throw 2 picks easy.
1 scoop and score for the Jayhawks?
No,
No?
they won't. They won't capitalize off of it. But he'll throw 2 picks. One of them will be horrible. One of them will be atrociously trash.
No one around, bad read, just kind of
one of
throws
them
it
will be
right
fucking
there.
disgusting. One of them will be one that makes me pull my mask up over my face in the stands and just look at my nephew, shake my head in disgust. Just what are we doing? Fuck, undoubtedly.
Going to be interesting with fans. The few games I watched, the fans were loud.
Well, yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're piping
Nobody
it
can
in.
fucking go anywhere. This is your one escape. You can't go.
But you're used to these 65,000 capacity crowds.
Okay, well, 15,000 is a lot louder than 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're correct.
I mean, it is what it is, man. The world's all fucked up.
Do you think
Shit's on fire.
You think a little bit of fans might help our offense get a little bit of spark?
No, I think a new quarterback will help our offense
will.
get a spark. Dude. There's nothing he can do. That is who he is as a player.
And I'm ready.
No
I'm
more,
ready
no
for.
less.
I'm ready for the shitstorm we're about to get because Daggy will come out against Kansas and look good. And
I don't think he will. His numbers haven't been terrible these previous 3 games.
well, right.
But if you watch football and you understand it,
You'll know
and you're not
he's
just looking
not
at the
good.
numbers, you're going to understand that his passes completed are like 4 yards and in, and the deep ball doesn't have
Well, right.
much touch, and it's not fun. It's not fun to watch.
Like I sent to you all, we were 0 for 0 at 20-plus yard passes. So, in other words, we didn't even take a shot.
Yeah.
We're not even taking a deep shot.
Yeah,
we were 0 for 8 against Oklahoma State.
But it doesn't matter. You've got to take that shot.
2 of those were probably dropped against Oak State.
At what point in that game, was it last week? Yeah. Jeez.
I know, it feels so weird.
Feels weird. I would say after about that horrible interception he threw in the second quarter, we just said we're not throwing the ball deep anymore. We're going to take the air out of the ball, run it, and play defense.
But also, to me, that is playing not to lose.
Yeah.
And that's when you
totally
start
agree.
losing the game.
That's when Mountaineer football is Mountaineer football. That's when it's West Virginia being West Virginia. When you get a lead and you try to sit on it and you stop playing to win and you start playing not to lose, it always bites us in the ass. I think having that strategy in anything, life include anything you do in life,
Right,
it's
if you
always
play
going to
life
come back
not
and
to
bite
lose.
you. like it never works out.
Are you getting philosophical on us?
No, it never works out. Like you sit here and you think about some shit, and it's just like, man, anytime you play not to lose, you end up you're probably going to get like a third.
You've
got to
take the
finish.
chances.
Yeah,
you've got to take the chances, especially with a stagnant, boring offense. You need to find a spark, and that's what we've got right now. It's fun watching Letty run. It's fun watching the tight end getting some action, but our offense is boring.
But it looks like too, like it feels like that they're just happy being middle of the road.
I don't know. I don't think we have an identity on offense. I don't think we have had an identity on offense since Dana left. Let's be honest.
Was there
we
really
have not
an identity with him?
Yeah, we're going to score 48 points and hope we get the ball last.
Well,
I mean,
I don't
putting
think
up
our
yards
offense,
and points was never a problem.
I don't
under
think
Holgorsen.
our offense has been shit since Gino and Stedman and them were there. I don't think we've had. I mean, Will was okay, but
we lucked into Will.
It was, and I don't.
We lucked into Will because there was a lot of other schools that didn't want to touch him because he got in trouble, whatever it was, a performance-enhancing drug. He got in trouble for it, whether it was steroids or whether it was on. They get a whole book of stuff that's banned from GNC. So it is what it is there. So we lucked in that, he came and played for us here. Dana couldn't recruit a quarterback, and we're still suffering from it.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. I mean, look at what we have now at quarterback.
Two transfers. We don't,
They've never developed one over
Never.
the course of, 4 years? Developing a guy for 4 years.
Yeah.
That was confusing. But I don't know. I mean, is Garrett Green the guy? I don't know if we're going to find that out this year.
This is when you've got to find out.
Figure it out. You're not going to win the conference.
I
don't know.
Man.
5-5 right now might win the conference.
Oklahoma. They're not going to fucking beat Oklahoma because we can't score. You can't
We'll
score. That defense can stop any fucking team in the conference, but at the end of the day, fourth quarter, they've been left on the fucking field too long, and you give up a cheapie.
Well, maybe our offense doesn't win that game. Maybe our defense wins it, and our defense is the only thing that scores against Oklahoma.
Couple of pick sixes.
Pick sixes.
We
Steele's
pick Rattler
brother,
off. Peckerwood throws a couple pick sixes.
Steele's brothers rock.
All great,
Spencer,
fucking
scoop and
theory,
score.
But I mean,
I know. We're dreaming a little
Well,
bit.
I tell you what, if we got to win the next 3 games, we got Kansas, very winnable. At Texas Tech, very winnable.
If Kansas is within 14, it's a loss. End of story.
I'll agree.
Nothing else need be said.
That game was pretty close last year.
If Kansas is within 14, it's a loss.
Okay.
And that's the way they should mark it up. If you don't beat that team by more than 14 at home, first game with fans, if you can't get up for that, find some sort of rhythm, find some sort of excitement, then it's chalk it as an L.
We're gonna crush them.
I hope.
I hope so.
My thing is, can we take the next step and beat Texas Tech
On the road,
and then beat Kansas State at home? Kansas State's playing pretty good. I don't think they're world beaters by any means, but you get us to what? 4-1 going into Texas, 4-1 in the league, and then 5-1 overall. I think we could beat Texas,
dude. It's a fucking fake record.
It's not fake.
It is. It's fucking Geno Smith and those cats starting 5-0 and then ending up in the Pinstripe Bowl.
Disagree. I'll tell you why. Defense wins championships.
Okay. I'll take it. I mean, you do with it what you will. 5-1. I'm still going to tell you we're not going to win the league and we're not going to play for that championship in the Big 12 championship, not the national championship. Under no illusion am I that we are going to contend for that Big 12 title this year. We just don't have the offense to do it. And I hate to be that guy. I hate to sound that way, but that's just fact.
Well, when you think about it, and it's awful that that's where we're at right now.
Because the adjustment's going to come where Letty's not going to be getting 4 and 5 yards a pop anymore, and you're going to have to throw it to win, and we can't do it.
And it's not hard to do. They stacked the box. Our line hasn't proven anything. So you stack the box and you say, all right, Daggy, let's see that arm.
Beat us with your arm. Let's see what you can do.
Right. And they just go man coverage, which is the speed of our receivers with man coverage. We should be getting open, but we're not.
They got to win their individual matchups. especially on the edge, and I don't think they've done that.
And we are
this year.
grading out awful
On offense?
on offense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Your
that
highest
checks
lineman,
out.
your highest lineman graded out at like a 62.
It's a D. For those of you at home, or wait, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a D.
it's a D.
It's a low
Almost.
D.
Almost
That's a D
an
minus.
F, yes.
Season Ds get degrees.
That's my political science exams. That's what the fuck that is. And that guy didn't grade on a curve, so guess what? I failed those classes. Fucking DeClerico and Hammond.
Oh,
motherfuckers.
DeClerico.
Yeah.
Walk around with his bow tie and
The
his pipe.
fucking 62 is the highest you're grading out. Come on, dude. Give me a little
What are
more.
we grading out on defense?
I think DeClerico was
Very
there
high.
when my dad was there. High, like 70s.
So when they do those grades, what's good? It's like a 75 a good day.
75, 80.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't know if and I could be wrong, but glancing through, I don't think I've really seen anyone in the 90s grading out yet. But like, Oklahoma State was in the 78s, 80s,
The defense was? Or
defense and offense.
our offense was
No, not
Oh,
us. Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Against us was scoring. I mean, they graded out pretty high. But again, then you look at it, and numbers-wise, it was competitive. So, when you look at the stat sheet.
Stats are nice, but they typically don't tell the whole story.
It's
Oh,
a bunk
absolutely.
year anyway, man. Fuck this shit. It doesn't even feel like college football. Asterisk beside this national title, so take it and run with it. Who cares? Get me to basketball.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a break, come back, talk a little b-ball.
We'll be right back after this word.
When your heating and cooling system needs service, turn to Francisco Heating and Air Conditioning. They've been delivering quality service in West Virginia since 1980. No matter the make or model, Francisco Heating and Cooling can make sure your unit is back in service in no time. And their work is guaranteed. Francisco Heating and Air Conditioning is fully licensed and insured and is a certified Trane dealer. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. Find them on Facebook or call 304-542-1895. Catch the Mountaineers in comfort with Francisco Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hey, this is Major Harris with Drinking Beers and Talking Ears on Section 304 Podcast.
I know you're tired. I know you're hurting. And I wish I could say something that was classy and inspirational. But that just wouldn't be our style. Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Right on.
Shotgun. DC right. Flip 90. Dig. On the center. Ready?
Puda, you the GOAT, boy.
All right, welcome back in to the second half of the show. We're going to talk a little hoops. That's start date is rapidly approaching. There's been some, I guess, a little bit of chatter. Yost,
Yeah, Dickie V has us, 20th right now.
too low,
I think so, too.
I think
way too low.
top 13. Top 13 team easy.
It's been interesting. I've seen the team Baylor and Kansas are picked
Kansas
in the
is-
top 5 in a lot of top 25 polls.
Kansas is
And
every
then
year.
Texas Tech is in there too
Still riding off that natty from a couple
from
years back.
the Final Four.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. They lost to Virginia, didn't they?
they did.
I forgot about that. There I am, fucking all my stats up again. I got to start studying before I come in here, but I didn't know we were going to talk that today. I knew the game though. Fuck it. Anyway, basketball. I'm looking forward to basketball season. I think there will be fans allowed. I think basketball will be somewhat normal. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really excited about that tournament we're playing in, and I think this fucking team is loaded. Loaded.
Well, I mean, even Dickie V in his analysis says right here, Miles McBride will have a greater role in the backcourt and be one of America's most improved players.
He's really stretching there, isn't he?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he's really reaching there, isn't he? What? Who the fuck doesn't know Miles McBride's going to be a bigger part of the backcourt, Dickie V? And
He's got to.
You getting $1 million or whatever you're sitting on to go to Cameron and call games and put shit like that out?
I
could have told you that last year after the season got shut down that Miles McBride would be a star this year. Dumbass.
And then he states the obvious in that article too, saying that Sheboy and Culver on any given night can produce a double-double.
Oh shit!
Yeah, can you believe
they both
that?
averaged that just about, didn't they?
Yeah.
Fuck. What insight? What analysis? He and Corso.
Mind blown.
He and Corso are so deep.
Oh God, they need to.
Maybe they should
Enough's
have their
enough.
own. Maybe they
It's
should have
time-
their own podcast.
It's time for Corso to ride into the sunset.
Well, I mean, if they want to do a podcast, we know somebody who can line that up.
Yeah, we can put them in
It can
touch.
be done. It can be done. You know how it goes.
Man, that'd be an awful podcast.
Corso and
Yeah.
Dickie V.
Corso and Dickie V. It's awesome, baby.
It wouldn't be
And then you'd have
Not
Corso
so fast,
talking.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be awful. But, I mean, who doesn't know that Miles McBride's going to be a bigger part of the O? Who doesn't know that Culver and Sheboy are capable of a double-double? The only fact in there I think people sleep on is Emmett Matthews is going to be huge. And like I told you guys last year, this team will go as he goes. When he was going, before he took that fall in that early season tournament, when he was going, we were going really well.
Well, Thursday, Huggins did an interview, and it was interesting to hear him say that Matthews has been working very closely with Jalen Bridges. I mean, is that kind of knowing your enemy? Is that, I mean, it's
Well, I don't know that that's your
not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
play
that
the same
kid-
position.
Right, that
right.
kid could come in and end up, I mean, all it takes is a big spark, and you've kind of put yourself in the passenger seat from the driver's
I
seat.
don't know that that's with this coach. That's how that happens.
You're right. I mean,
Big loyalty factor. We've seen numerous players start night in and night out whose guy coming off to tag them out is 10 times better, and the game runs so much smoother. And there's also the fact of players who prefer to come off the bench. Look at Tariq and Jay Sean.
you're right.
And you know, if you read about Bridges, everybody says he's the best shooter on the team. That would be welcome. I know he's like 6'5", 6'6", can handle the ball, can shoot outside. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Matthews on the floor together.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe you go with like a more guard-oriented, up-tempo offense.
I've always thought Matthews plays more like a power forward than a small forward.
Yeah, and he can step outside. And
He
do his
can.
thing, and I think he could give. I think either one could give a lot of big guys down low issue because they can both handle and they can both play
Outside, inside, outside.
18 to 20 feet and in is their range, and you know they can take a big guy off the dribble, get you in foul trouble. So
You know,
it could be interesting.
I'm interested to see. So, okay, I'm going to take Coach Brown, Bob Huggins. Brown's big on analytics, big on the numbers. I mean, he'll sit there and tell you the breakdown and this. Hugs is more old school, not big on the analytics, but you go into this basketball season with a team that we can match up with anybody depending on the lineup. Do you think Hugs and the staff starts leaning a little bit more towards analytics on their lineup?
There's no Billy Bean on in that coaching staff.
Well, I know.
There's
but
none of that being looked at. That's just you go. I think he goes with hot hand.
I think that happens in the game while the game is going on, not before
to start.
the game. Right. You're going to have your starting five, and then as we get into the game, he'll make those adjustments. But as far as
Because other teams like
switching
Texas
lineups
Tech
game
with,
to game, I don't see that happening.
Texas Tech with Chris Beard and those guys, I mean, they do. You start seeing,
Well,
this matchup and
technology's
this
a
matchup.
motherfucker, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Technology gives you everything you want to look at. Now you don't have to come in and watch film as a team anymore. They send you a goddamn link to a huddle site or a website that has your guy broke down individually every time he touched the ball, and it's nuts. Technology's a
bitch.
a gift and a curse.
I tell you what, if this team improves their outside shooting and Miles McBride is a legitimate guy who can give you like 14 to 15 points like he's being hyped up, we're going to be hard to beat. Because no one has an answer for us down low.
I
still
agree.
don't like the fact y'all sleeping on the God, though.
Don't sleeping on the God.
I think
he's starting.
No way.
You don't
He's
think
starting.
he
No
starts?
way.
He starts.
You really don't think he starts?
I do not.
Chase Harler started.
Chase Harler was there for 4 years and knew what to do on a team that was
McCabe
extremely
has started
young.
since he was a freshman.
Right.
No, he hasn't.
He has.
He didn't start his freshman year. He
Pretty
started
sure.
last year.
About midway through the year, he started.
At the end of the year. Then at the end
Still
of
his freshman year.
At the end of this past year, he got benched.
2 games. He didn't start 2 games.
2 games at the end of the year?
You're out of your mind.
He
How
started
could
the Baylor game.
Did he?
Pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I was there. I don't remember.
Yeah, well, maybe you should slow down.
He
on
came
on
off
your
the bench.
pregame festivities. I don't know.
And even if you start, if you're only playing like 8 minutes a game, what does it matter?
This is his year.
I hope you're right.
No, you don't.
I don't have anything against him.
You're anti. Just because he's from Wisconsin and played with Tyler Hero, and you're a Laker fan.
No, I'm not a Laker fan.
You're disgusting.
I'm not a fan of any team in the NBA right now.
No.
That shit is unwatchable.
Well, it's game 6 tonight.
Yeah.
7:30.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's watchable. Jimmy Butler's a bad
Jimmy
motherfucker.
Butler's a bad dude. You're
Jimmy
right.
Butler's a bad motherfucker. Anyway, let's wrap this shit. Basketball season, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I think we have a legit shot. I hope nothing goes on with this corona stuff that shuts anything down. I don't think the NCAA can do without that tournament again. I think
They already said that they're having that tournament.
I think that we're a contender for the Natty this year.
What are our odds right now? 25-1.
I think it was last time I checked.
I didn't look.
Put 100 on the Mountaineers.
I mean, it'd be worth it. I think we're a top 13 team preseason. And then
Yeah.
I think
we're top 10.
I think we shoot up very rapidly once the season kicks up.
19-1.
19-1.
Mm.
Who's the favorite? Gonzaga?
Yeah, they were.
What are they? Probably 6-1.
Uh,
Got him working overtime over there.
I know. No, sorry, it's Villanova plus 800.
Wow, Villanova.
Gonzaga's plus 900, number 2.
So it's wide open this year. There's no favorite.
It's not wide open. We're the favorites. We're the favorites.
I'm so ready for hoops.
No shit, man. Let's get this fucking football season over. See you guys at Kansas.
Well, I mean, we're roughly a month and a half out from tip, November 25th. I mean, after Thanksgiving. So
I'm gonna order you a McCabe jersey.
Please don't.
Why?
Get me a T-shirt. I'm not wearing a jersey.
No, you can wear a jersey.
we'll get you a McCabe jersey and those practice shorts.
Those practice shorts are awesome.
We'll make a phone call.
I'm sure we'll get those as soon as you get your
My
Jumpman suit.
sweats. Yeah, but goddamn, what a sensitive subject for me.
You know what we'll do? Why don't we just go up there and then just walk in?
Tell him Billy said I could have it.
Yeah.
We could do that. We'll be up there this Saturday. We'll go over by there, watch practice.
See what's going on.
Yep. Get a look.
All right. Well, we got some news.
Yeah. We'll take a break and then come back and talk about it.
Okay.
Boogie's Driving Range and Barbecue. A natural grass driving range located in Tornado, West Virginia, beside Big Bend Golf Course. Open 7 days a week with golf ball dispenser. Boogie's offers a great barbecue menu with delicious items right off the wood fire grill, fresh every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We also have a newly remodeled clubhouse with bar and a large patio to enjoy the peaceful mountain air. Open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and 11 to 9 p.m. on Sunday. Boogie's Driving Range and Barbecue.
right, welcome back into to part 3 of the Section 304 podcast. Yost,
Or part 4.
Your correspondent, your humble correspondent, did not hit record. So,
yeah,
we got a new sponsor.
New sponsor, new partnership with the Pallet Bar in Tays Valley, right there on Scott Depot Road, or Tays Valley Boulevard, or
It's right there by that elementary school.
Tays Valley Road. It's right at the 4-way.
Yeah.
Right there near the City National, the Little Caesars, and that type of stuff.
Craft beer joint.
Craft beer joint right now has about 24. I think it was 24 taps, and 20 out of 24 are all West Virginia or West Virginia local type beers.
Appalachian.
How about
that?
Yeah, I like that.
Very clean spot. Very nice spot. I've been in there 2 or 3 times. Had my fair share of beers in there. They got some good shit going on down there. I like that place a lot.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. Nice. I went down the other night and was down there. I mean, I had 3 or 4 sitting at the bar for about 3 hours.
You get any growlers to go?
No, I didn't get any growlers to go, but they do
got
have
the growler station.
Well,
of course,
you can get a growler to go. You can pick you a 6-pack. Get the 6-pack to go.
They got a growler that looks like a big can too.
I've seen those.
Yeah,
you can get to go. That's very, very nice looking.
And when I sat down there and talked with one of the owners, Ben, the other day when we were talking about all this, and he was saying that can growler really helped him during the pandemic. It seals it a lot better than what a growler would do. I mean, you pop it. I mean, it's about a 32-ounce can.
Yeah, and once you open that growler, you got probably like 2 or 3 days on it as far as the beer goes,
right?
To keep it together. But it's a hell of a nice place. They got bar food. They got some appetizers and shit like that. Stay away from the beer that looks like it looks like something. It's sour something or other. I thought it was going to taste like a Sour Patch Kid. It doesn't. I had to put that one away quick.
Man, I had one the other night, and I think it was by Weather Ground, maybe not, but it was Fierce something, but it's a Gatorade beer from like that Fierce grape.
Probably tastes good, doesn't it?
Oh, it was great. Had some electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
So,
what's your go-to craft beer?
It depends. I mean,
style, not brand. Or anything.
I'm a big IPA type drinker, but I also just like the taste of a good beer. So, I mean, and they've got, the Pallet Bar's got that variety. It's nice. You can go.
The people in there know what they're talking about, too. I'm not a big craft guy, so when I go into those places, I say, give me whatever's closest to a Miller Lite, and they'll come back with a couple of samples and toss
They
that
go
to
back
you.
in the bathroom and piss in a glass and give you that.
Well, now.
That's where we went with this.
Hello. Guess you're not a Miller guy.
I'm not.
Well, it's too bad for you. It's the most delicious beer on earth, but that's neither here nor there, dickhead. But back to what I was saying.
Yeah, their bartenders are very knowledgeable.
Yeah, they come back and give you 2 or 3 samples of it. You can buy the beer flights. You can do all that shit. It's a really nice place. It's a cool spot to hang out. Hopefully we get down there and get to do some things with them.
Yeah, and they're once things start opening up and they're wanting us to come down, hang out, maybe do something live with them. And I'm big on supporting local business, and the fact that they've reached out wanting to help us out and us help them out, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time with
If we
them.
were to go down there and do something live, you're on a 4 or 5 beer maximum. That's all you're allowed.
I was going to say I like the 4 or 5 minimum.
Max.
I'll hit that minimum.
4 or 5 of some of those will put you on your ass.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what he would do too. He'd go in and ask for the highest fucking content.
Drink
5 of those in the big cans. But no, it's a good spot. Crum, you ought to hit down there. Like I said, I've been down there the last 2 or 3 years. I go down there. It's one of those spots. It's just kind of in the middle for everything. I think I went down. On
they will
birthday.
be the Beer of the Week sponsor.
Yes, they're going to be the Beer of the Week sponsor. And one thing, I know we've talked about it. I don't know if we've really put it out there. We're going to go year round. So, maybe
why would you not?
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
So
the basketball team's better than the football team right now.
Baseball team's
doing good.
If you're doing a pod about Mountaineer sports and you're just going to do football, you might not make it too far. Because basketball is where it's at this year.
Basketball is the team.
If you want to quit during basketball season or you want to take a big break, that's probably not the smartest thing to do.
On top of that, we're also working on some merch to push out and get our Drinking Beers Talking Ears shirts. If you all want to do that, hit us up on our Facebook. We're going to start taking pre-orders on the Drinking Beers and Talking Ears and see, get in touch with us, figure out what you need to do to get that. So that leads
Or
into.
if you want to tell us to go fuck ourselves, you can do that too.
Well, that too.
We won't censor you.
The
we
Facebook
get those
message is always allowed. Send it on your way. You may get a response if you tell us to go fuck ourselves, though. And if it's from me, you'll know. 'Cause I'll put my name at the end. So careful sending.
All right, let's give out the inaugural Palate Beer of the Week. Who you got?
On a bye week, I give it to myself for having to sit through and watch some of that awful fucking football yesterday. The Palate Beer of the Week goes to me because I forced myself to watch that shit football being played yesterday. It's just it doesn't feel the same. It's just not good football. It's not quality football. So I give myself the beer of the week.
Well, mine will go to my buddy Dave. We crashed his garage yesterday. He smoked a butt and
pork butt,
big old
nice.
pork butt. So we did that we were there from 10:30 and 10:30 till about 11:30 last night. So hats off to him. My beer of the week goes to him for letting us crash his garage all day.
I'm going to give it to the Lady Mountaineer volleyball team. They beat Kansas on the road. Kansas was ranked in the top 10. It's about time someone beat Kansas on the road.
Yeah. Well,
hint, hint. If you know, we ever going to beat them in Allen? I don't know. But the Lady Mountaineers got it done. First win against a top 10 team ever in volleyball. I think this is the first time we've ever talked volleyball on the podcast.
Think it is. So
congrats. Hats off to them.
Well, and since you're talking about, and I guess our women's soccer team's sitting first place
top
in
10,
the.
Yeah. That's to be expected, though.
Right. Nikki Izzo Brown and those girls they've been doing big things for a while for WV women's soccer.
So, ladies,
hats off.
If beer's not your thing, crack a White Claw. I know ladies enjoy those. Got a couple cases here at the house.
You seen you lady?
Hey, it's 2020.
Well,
yeah,
ain't nothing wrong. Ain't no law in
hats off,
claw, bro.
All right, well, we're gonna get. Oh, whoa.
Predictions,
real quick.
They're closer than 14. We lose.
Okay,
that's my prediction.
35-10.
We got to win by 21.
35-10. Give me a number.
I want to see 42-7. Anything less would be uncivilized.
What is that? The fucking right guard ad?
Yes. Olfactory inflammation
from like 1989.
Yeah.
Major. All I've got is Major League
in
my head now.
Yeah. 41-14 Mountaineers.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Everybody's got to roll out.
Everyone be safe up in Morgantown. Wear your masks.
Let's have some fun.
We'll have some fun, and we'll see you next week.